welcome back to No Free Drinks. This is Lena D, and today we are going to be talking about catfishing or being catfished, and also the evolution of catfishing, because if y'all remember that show with what it was called Catfish, it was going on and sort of understanding these stories and of people using fake profiles. But I think nowadays you can be catfished using your very own profile in your pictures. So I think there's some rules around what to do to avoid catfishing people, because I don't think people actually think about these things. So that's going to be our topic for today. And I think, Brock, you have some pretty interesting stories there to tell us.
Yeah, just to elaborate a little bit on, I guess, my definition of catfish that I use. Essentially, if your photos doesn't match up to what you currently look like I should be able to look at your photos, meet you in person for the first time, like, oh, okay, that looks like the same person currently, not like, that could have been them in high school or undergrad. Like, it should be your best photos, but current. And a bunch of those stories, I'd probably say like maybe every other day is some variation of a catfish. But there's a really good one happened last year. I was out in Denver for a friend's birthday using Tinder. That Tinder Plus, so
you probably set that thing like a week in advance.
So I did a little recruiting beforehand, and it was one night we were there that we were free, and then here's my first mistake. One, the date, quote unquote, was at her place, so.
Wait, what?
Wait, hold on.
Wait, I just literally...
Back this up for me? Sorry, wait, what?
Huh? I've never heard of a thing where
wait. Y'all Netflix and chilled the first date?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Wow, I don't think I would never come up with that. Like...
Actually... No, I mean, I'm not going to expound on that one.
That's a thing.
That's a thing.
Okay, well, it just took me by surprise, because usually... you want the first date to be very low risk. That's why sometimes it's better that it's coffee or drinks or lunch. It's really weird to just have like a full-on like dinner 3-hour commitment when you're meeting someone for the first time. And then if I'm inviting someone into my home, that's just very personal. Like that's all me. Like, I don't know. I was just really surprised that was the proposition. But anyway, I'm sure you were pretty happy when you heard that.
Hence, why I said it's my first mistake. Is like you mentioned, there's no out. It's like you're there. It's just gonna be super awkward. So catch an Uber out there. I get there. One, her roommate's there. So I'm like,
what the fuck is going on here?
Her roommate is there. She looks nothing like her photo. They're making food. So I'm like, damn it, I'm here already. Just took an Uber out here, got some food.
How far was it?
I think it was like 30, 45 minutes.
Damn, that's like commitment.
45 minutes?
I mean, I was in Denver. I was like, whatever, I'm on vacay. I'm having a good time.
You should have had a gummy bear on the way there.
Oh, that was the 24/7 move. So I was in a happy place the entire time. I enjoyed Denver. I was in a happy place the entire time. So I get there. Her roommate did leave. Her roommate was going out, but she was there in the beginning. Then, yeah, like, just look nothing like any of her photos. And I'm just like, oh, at least, I think it's probably my worst catfish story. At least if I was in, like, New York back home, I could just...
You could just went home.
Could have went home, take the train back home, take a cab or something like that. So I get there. So I'm just... in my head, like, what do I do?
Did you smash?
Did smash. I mean, I'm already there. So literally did Netflix and chill. But, like, I feel the way I'm catfish. I take it kind of personally. It's like, why would you do that? Like, let's say, whatever, you were skinning your photos with fat in person. What if I like fat chicks? And then now, like, you deceiving you doesn't necessarily help you. Let's say you were fat in your photos, but you're actually skinny. Like, it doesn't... You don't know which way it's going to go. So I don't understand the appeal of, like, with the whole catfishing thing.
So, but you did mention that you slept with her. So
yes.
Even if she had catfished you, why did you stay, or why did you have sex with her?
To get his rocks off. What the hell are you? You there already? You
I think that the scientific term is high libido. I'm gonna go with that answer.
Okay, so I'm gonna let. So even though you were catfished, did this like take a wrong turn at some point afterwards? Was she expecting a little bit more, or
No, I don't think so. She was cool people. So like we just
Okay.
She knew you were from New York, so
yeah, like that was the thing. I think like expectations going into it is like this is just like a weekend / couple hours thing.
okay?
Go back.
I mean, that's not as bad. I think it may be on her end. It was mutual too. That hey, she was probably nervous as fuck before you got there, and then hey, you still slept with her. She probably wanted to fuck anyway. So
Yeah.
there
that's
you go.
fine.
I mean, that kind of worked out.
It worked out. So it was like a good catfish story for you.
It was good catfish. I try to turn my stories into positive ones. So try to make the best out of
Negative.
it.
She
But-
didn't look like the way she was. Positive.
But yeah, but like I guess describe this level of so this you said this is your worst catfish
my worst
story
one by far.
But however, you still turned it into a good thing for you, which is like you still got laid, you had a good time, whatever. Like y'all went your separate ways. It was mutual. There was no drama.
Yeah.
But what was so bad? Like describe the pictures and then describe how she actually looked like.
Just like angles. I should have known, like, once you do like the angles, once you only have from like
Top up pictures.
yeah, top up, torso up. Like even like I feel as though the tattoos didn't even match either. Like it was
Wait
like,
up. Hold on.
but
what?
not match because it was an old photo. So like that's
So it's faded.
yeah. So it's an older photo. It's a new tattoo. So like stuff like that, which you obviously the torso one is like a pretty common one, but the tattoo one's one you won't find out unless you sleep together. But
So I guess like what would have been like I guess what would have had to happen for you to get there? And I guess it's a little bit of a biased question because you weren't home, like you
Yeah.
had already invested 45 minutes to go out there. But let's say it was like a horrific horror story catfish where you got there and you didn't even want to smash. Like what would you have done at that point? Like would you have called the person out? Like what like when you're a catfish, do you say something about it?
Okay, maybe I can answer this one. If you go into the person's place, see here's the thing. I think the surroundings are extremely important here. I don't know. I probably wouldn't pull that move. Like you go there and be like, "Bitch, you don't look like the same." I shouldn't have said that. Bitch, you don't look like the same way you look like right
Yeah,
now.
you said it again.
Fuck it, I don't care. I gotta follow through with it. You don't look like the same way you look in your profile. Nah, I don't think I would have checked her on it.
Yeah.
I would have waited. till I was like away from her surroundings because she's comfortable there and she got the roommate there. So you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. That's me.
yeah, I probably wouldn't have done anything like talking about like told her that I probably just Ubered back. Like it's not worth it. Like it's kind of sucks to say, but it's not too terrible in the scheme of things. Like whatever you lied, but I'm not gonna like what I'm gonna do, curse you out for that. It's like it's not worth my stress and high blood pressure. Like fuck it, just go back home.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like but you were saying it was like she wasn't that terrible looking that your decision was not to go back home. Right?
Yeah, and she was cool people. I think for
The
me,
personality.
yeah, I vibe a lot on personality. So like because personality wise, like she was cool people, like that does a lot for me. So I was like, whatever. Like I'm here. It fucking sucks, but it is what it is.
You hear that, ladies? Personality does matter.
And I'm on vacation. No one's gonna know. Well, you guys kind of know now.
Yeah.
But I was like, no one's gonna know. No one knows me out here.
Well, we don't know what she looks like, so we
don't
can't
know.
judge.
Yeah, we can't judge.
And yeah, that's why I live by myself. So I was like, no evidence.
That's true.
Well, I think so. This is I don't think so. I'm gonna say that this is probably not catfishing. It's just omitting. But I'm a pretty short person. I'm only 5 foot tall. So usually
Really?
I'm only 5 foot tall. Like, stop.
That's debatable.
Whatever.
4'11".
Anyway, so when I've gone on dates, and I know some of y'all are probably just like, wait, why does she keep talking about going on dates when she just said she was in like almost going on 11-year relationship?
Here's the kicker, guys.
So I'm in an open relationship. So don't be confused, but that is not the topic of today. So we're not going to talk about that. That's coming up at some other point. But anyway, so I've gone on dates where usually anybody I go on a date with, I don't care about height because I'm already so fucking short. I don't care. If they're super tall, that's good. If they're 2 inches taller than me, that's good. But this one dude I went on a date with, I feel like he should put a disclaimer out there that he's only like 5 foot.
But that's not. See, I guess that's a very different definition. To me, catfishing is putting something out there that's untrue. He just didn't tell you. Like, you could have asked him how tall he was before you went out with him.
Isn't that catfish by omission, though?
I don't know.
I mean, what if you want a certain height requirement, though?
Then you bring it
Although
up.
I think the height requirement is bullshit because it opens you up to a whole lot of other things. But that, like if you ask a man what his height is, he's very liable to ask you what your weight is. He can easily turn that shit around real fast on you.
True. And I feel as though I know a couple of people who, to combat the whole catfish thing, if your Instagram is linked, they'll ask you for your Instagram handle to make sure. Like, so it's not these curated 6 photos you have. Like, I'm gonna go through this timeline real quick and check your photos.
See, that's why I tend to put that Instagram little plug-in in there.
Yeah,
So
it's like, all right, you guys already asked this. Yeah.
Are you who you say you are?
So a lot of times it just doesn't look anything like the person.
You know what I found, though? There's this one woman that I was talking to, and this is not really a catfish, but this is more of like a identity thing. I don't know if that would be the same along the lines of the catfishing thing, but she had a profile because Facebook links to Tinder.
Yeah.
So she had a Facebook for her Tinder with a different name than the Facebook that she uses in real time. So when she gave me her number, my phone, because I have an iPhone, it automatically does the Facebook thing.
Oh, yeah, it links it automatically.
It links it automatically, and it led me somewhere else to another page that I was not expecting. I was like, what kind of... Is that like a norm, or is that something that's like catfishy territory?
I don't understand why you would have 2 profiles.
Separate handles, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And the name was the same and everything?
The names were different.
It's
sketch.
That's weird. Some people say they do it because of work. They don't want to run into work people, but I'm like, the photos are you. Like, what am I going to do?
What
like,
are you going to do? Yeah.
See the photos and be like, oh, it's a different name. No, that can't be Susie. Like, like I got eyes. Like, I don't understand that. Yeah, that's...
Let's say, like, her name, like, on the Tinder profile, her name was Vicky. On the other profile, it was Susie. We're using fake names here, of course. I don't know nobody named Susie.
Yeah, I don't know any Susies.
But it was just like, what the fuck? I'm not... You're the same person. Like, I'm not understanding here.
That's weird. Did you bring it up to her?
No, I didn't. I didn't even talk to her because she was on a whole nother level of crazy too, just by talking to her. I was like, nah, I'm cool on this. I've already dealt with my fair share of crazy. So
you like dropped it.
I dropped it, and I dropped her. I was like, no.
See,
but I told you about that conversation. That's another story, though.
Yeah. So this dude that was like 5 foot, maybe 4'11", I don't know.
So you guys are seeing eye to eye.
It was weird. It was super weird. Because I'm cool with my girlfriends being my height, but I'm not cool with some dude that I went on a date with being my height. Especially if I had decided to wear heels. Actually, I think I did wear heels, so it was weird. I was looking down. I actually don't ever look down at people. So it kind of felt good, but it kind of was like...
Got a taste of that power. You're like,
I'm an inch taller than you are.
I was like,
I
don't know if I like this. But anyway, so this is the same person that catfished me. And now that I'm thinking about it, and this is the first time that I've thought about it, I actually did call him out on being fucking short. I was like, dude, I did not expect you to be my height. You should probably say something about that in the future.
So how tall did he look in the pictures?
I was looking at his dick, not really looking at his other stuff.
Oh, so he's short, but he got the big Johnson.
No, but in his profile pictures, he only had pictures by himself. So he was smart about it.
See, I told you, the curated pictures. Everyone curates their pictures.
He only had pictures by himself. He didn't have any friends pics. But actually, I'm more of the philosophy that you shouldn't have pictures of you with your friends on Tinder. Like,
no,
they're not trying to date your friends. They're trying to date you.
So it worked out in his favor.
It did.
Yeah, people don't like the group photos. And then for him, that would have called out to he's like a foot shorter than everyone else.
Yeah.
This man's a genius. This man's a genius.
Yeah, I mean, he was cool. Like, I mean, I didn't hate on it. Like, I didn't go crazy because he ghosted me. I was just kind of disappointed because I thought I'm going to get some. But
So now,
happen.
so it seems as though like everyone's like catfishing everyone in some way, like just angles, professional shots, individual versus group. Like, so like what's the workaround besides like literally I've had friends ask for your IG. So
Shit, I'm in all suits in my fucking Instagram.
so like how do you
So I actually think, and so I have my group of girlfriends. We've talked about this. They've been catfished as like,
Yo.
women too. So like men catfishing, which I always thought that it was more of women that did it more because there's a little bit more thought that goes behind it. I don't think guys pay that much attention.
No,
to
I just
pictures,
Yeah.
these 6 photos?
So like I think women actually put a lot of attention into the pictures that they're going to post, but more and more there's girlfriends telling me how they were catfished by guys that they went on dates with. So one girlfriend, we'll call her Vicky. Vicky like saw this guy, showed me the picture. I was like, hey, he doesn't look that attractive, but you know, he seems like he's smart or whatever. So maybe you should.
Yo, what the fuck?
Jimmy Neutron over here.
He looks smart. He has glasses on.
I was like, maybe it could be good. So she said that they went on a date and he was literally 10, 15 pounds heavier, balding. The picture, the picture was
Shit. Oh, shit.
the picture was from like 10 years ago or some bullshit. Wow. So we started talking about that. And it's like, well, I don't understand because everybody else is like, well, I only use like my recent picture from at least the last 6 months. Like, and then we started talking about like having like picture councils around like maybe you should ask your girlfriends or ask your friends if these pictures look like you. Do they look like me right now? Did I gain some weight? Like, I don't know. I can't tell. Maybe you can tell. So I think that's probably a way to go around it. Like people that actually are looking to not have these flukes of dates happen where they go on a date and then they don't hear back from the person. Like maybe just ask people like your closest friends to assess the pictures that you're posting. And that might be a good workaround for it so that, you know, you're not tricking anybody because like you said, maybe this dude actually likes really skinny girls and then you put on some pounds. Like it's not going to go well. You just wasted your time.
Yeah.
Or if you're balding and I don't want to go out with someone that's balding, then you just wasted my time and your time because this isn't going to go anywhere. Yeah. So it's like, why do it?
Agreed. And then I just got reminded of a story. It happened a couple of times where, so going back to the whole current photos things, I've had a couple of people like during like the initial conversations, like point out like, hey, like I look XYZ different from my photos. And I appreciate the heads up. Like, cool. So if you don't want to go, if like changing your photos is so much work, like you could just give that disclaimer. But just let me have all the cards for me to decide. And going back to your point, like the time thing, like the older we get, the more we value time. Like just don't waste my time. Time to get ready, to figure out what I want to wear, to pick a place, to go to the place, then talk to you, then be disappointed, and then the financial investment. Like it's just a waste. It's easily avoidable because balding is like, I feel that's binary. It's 1 or 0. Is that you like bald guys or you don't?
Yeah.
Well, bald guys, but usually balding is very bad. So
LeBron James type action.
I haven't seen his new haircut.
He bald.
He bald now?
Oh, yeah, he's bald.
Finally,
I think he looks better bald, though.
Give up the hair plugs? I gotta check it out.
No, I think like that's like just a piece of advice for guys. Like I know that the dating scene has gotten like more and more challenging, and sometimes like women just don't want a guy that's much older, or they do want somebody that's older. But if you're in that in between, that it looks like you've just been worn and like
worn. God, what the hell?
No, I don't think like balding is not flattering on anybody.
Of course not.
So I mean, girls do this all the time. Like if they feel like they've put on a couple pounds, and like you can call this catfishing. They put on those little girdles.
That's catfishing.
That's definitely catfishing. I've experienced that one personally. But or the non-fleek eyebrows. The drawn in eyebrows.
With the
you can tell. You can tell that. Yeah, you can tell that they're drawn in. But she's just trying to look good. So let's make up. It's makeup. I'm talking about like doing something about it. So some women like, you know, there might be in progress, like they're working out, but they're still not looking like they want to look. So they put on a little girdle or whatever.
That's cool. Yeah.
But it gives you the impression that okay, she's at least taking care of herself. And I'm pretty sure it's going to come up in conversation that hey, I just started working out. I'm eating healthy, or maybe I'm only going to have one glass glass of wine because like I'm trying to watch my figure. It actually says something
if I hold
about
you by your waist and I feel a little extra layer under there.
But anyway, but she's trying. What I'm saying is that that's not catfishing. She's trying to look her best in what she wants to look like.
Okay.
So as a man,
All right.
put the same amount of fucking work in. If you're balding, just fucking go get a haircut.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
agree with
that's
that.
well, you should get a haircut regardless.
No, but like, I mean, just shave the whole shit
Shit
off.
off.
So that way you actually get girls that love bald guys.
There you go.
Because that's a look. Like some women love that. Especially if like you're bald and you got like all this facial hair. Like some women like go crazy.
Practice the ball look a couple
Hey,
times. So
Rick
like,
Ross it.
yeah, I'm like, what am I gonna look like in 20 years? Let me get this baldy real quick.
I got a little action going on right here. I need to take care of that, but that's different.
But yeah, but I just think that men also need to put in as much effort into their looks and like what they're putting out there. And I think that the solution has been, let me just put up a picture that's like 5 or 10 years old. And then that's when you get catfish. Like that's catfishing territory. So I would just say from a woman's perspective, there's some women that love bald men. If you're a balding dude, just shave it all off, maintain it, like own that look. You're going to find someone that's going to appreciate that. And then they're actually going to like you on the first date. And then instead of them just sitting there and being like, the fuck is this?
And the weird thing is that should be your goal for someone to like you for who you actually look like, not
that's true.
these photos you're putting up that don't look like you. Like it's so counterintuitive. Like now you got to start all over. Like, hey, I know last week or a couple of days this is what you thought I looked like, but this is what I really look like. Like welcome to the new me or the old me. Like it's
The
just,
new me.
it's it's just so backwards. Like it's just so backwards.
Yeah, it's just those games. And I think it goes back to like what society imposes on you. And usually people just don't own who they are. So, I mean, I know I said, hey, go just shave your hair off. But if you're really clinging on to those last strands of hair and you don't want to get rid of them, just put up a photo that shows you balding. I'm pretty sure you're not going to get many matches. But if you do get one, at least it's authentic.
That's true. Although, I guess it could be catfishing. Like when I used to go out, whatever, in like Boston in my younger days, and if I didn't have a haircut, I would always have a hat on. So that would be like my
My go-to.
work around. Like, oh,
Man,
Yeah, but even if she liked you with the hat was eventually going to come off.
yeah.
I ain't trying to go to Dorchester, get this haircut, then come back. Fuck that.
So there's workarounds.
Yeah, the three of us have lived in Boston before.
Yeah.
So for those Bostonians out there, we got some place in our heart for you
Yeah,
guys.
you definitely.
Just a little bit.
It's a little bit though, because
I like Boston. Not personally, do, but that's me.
but yeah, no, but I'm just saying it's about being your true self, and I think it's much harder for women because there are all these standards around what a good-looking woman looks like, and whether that's thin and
Bleak ass eyebrows.
well, eyebrows. That's like a recent thing. I don't think that was a thing like 5-10.
No,
years
that
ago.
definitely wasn't. I just like saying that shit.
But anyway, it's like I love, like I have some friends that they're bigger, they're plus size women, and they're actually embracing what they look like, and they wear what they want to wear, and they post how they look. They're like, I don't care if you can see my cellulite through my skirt right now, but this is what I look like. And that's like, if you put your true self out there, I'm pretty sure she's gonna find a man that likes her for who she is.
100%.
Most definitely.
It's just like, stop hiding behind these like standards of what beauty is, or standards of what you think the guy that you like is going to like, because at the end of the day, you're just going to end up disappointed.
That's true.
So this, I'm sure you guys have come across the photos with the Snapchat filters.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Look, okay. Let me put this out there. If you're a person who uses that dog filter, you a basic ass person. I'm just putting that shit out there right now. I hate them dog filters. Them fucking rabbit ear photos, the stupid ones with the big ass eyes. Fuck that. That is basic as hell.
Unless-
Don't use them shit.
Only on Snapchat, because Snapchat, it's fun to use those filters.
No, yeah, you can send them to your friends.
Yes, your friends on Snapchat,
Yeah.
but don't use them as your actual photo on.
Oh, you mean on
fucking-
Tinder?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Almost
talking about, yeah.
definitely.
Wait, people do that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
It's
you
a
gotta- you better
huge
believe
thing.
that shit.
It's so many of those. I'm like, why is these one of you? It's not like you have 100 photos. You have like 6 photos.
All 6 of them, and they look like all filtered out
I'm like,
photos.
oh, yes. There's a lot of Snapchat filters and a lot of the Instagram filters.
Look, you need to put that Amber Rose filter, the Amber Rose pictures out there. No, not them.
I consider that catfishing too.
You think the Amber Rose filter was a filtered photo?
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Oh, you gotta see that, my brother. Okay.
Wait, there's an Amber Rose filter?
There's an Amber Rose photo that's out there right now, my brother. Woo.
Oh, it was a photo, not a filter.
Not a filter. No.
Oh, okay.
No. Now you need to put the Amber Rose photos out there. Not
between episodes. We'll take a look.
Wait, what does that even mean?
You'll see.
Like, what does that mean?
No, you'll see.
No, but I'm saying because you're basically now.
No, I'm this joke.
No,
it's just
okay,
jokes.
because it kind of sounds like that you're imposing a certain look for women.
Hell no.
Okay, good. So I just want to make sure you're not trying to do that.
You two know that I like the big girls. I love the small girls. I don't look, man. If you look good and you treat me right, I'm good.
Okay. No, I just want to make sure because if we're gonna debate something, I'm ready for it.
This photo was wild though. She put it on Instagram.
Put on her gloves. She's like, I'm ready.
No. She was like, she did you see her fist?
Like, I'm ready to get
fight
into
you.
it. No, but it's just I don't know, the whole catfishing thing. It's just crazy. Oh, I do have another question. So, if you're handicapped, should you say that in your profile, or do you think that
that's a hard one?
That's a hard one. I've seen profiles on Tinder or whatever where
me too.
The person is in a wheelchair and they'll like put a description in their bio or whatever, had XYZ surgery or accident, I'm recovering. I don't think it's required. I don't know. Okay. It's difficult.
Yeah. So that one was one that I was struggling with because I had my friend Vicky say that she got catfished because, well, one was the description that the guy looked a lot older. He'd put on a few pounds, the balding piece.
Mm-hmm. But he was handicapped?
And then he was handicapped. He was
the same person?
Yeah.
Like in a wheelchair?
Yeah.
I don't understand why that would be a thing. Like, that would be like a...
Is it... Wait, so all his photos, none of it, he's in a wheelchair?
I work with someone who is in a wheelchair. I don't see what's the point.
Yeah, like, it was a hard thing. Like, I feel that if you're comfortable talking about it... like you say it in your profile. If not, maybe it comes up in conversation before you decide to meet.
Gotcha.
So what about like the handicap of the senses? Like you can't speak, you can't see, you can't hear. What about that? Would you consider that like a handicap? I called it a handicap just now, but I don't think that's a handicap because when you're at the show on Netflix, Master of None, the mute chick, I thought she was kind of cute. That's me personally, but I would have went out with her.
Yeah, but I guess it's like, being prepared for those situations.
Yeah, I think it just goes back to the trying to have all the cards. Although I guess for me, depends. Like, is this like I just had an accident and I'm on crutches or a wheelchair now? Or is this like
I've been like this forever.
Like I have, I don't know. So I have mild scoliosis, which is just like uneven curvature
of the back, of the
spine. Yeah. So I guess if you have an extreme version, now you have to use a wheelchair. Like,
right.
So I have to date someone who's in a wheelchair for the rest of their life. So I guess something like that. That's an extreme example. I guess that's the only scenario I'd want to know where it's a lifetime thing. But if it's whatever, like a short-term thing, I care less.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, no, I think in this case it was like he was in a wheelchair and he hadn't mentioned anything throughout any of the conversations.
For me, it's just like, look, if you look good, you treat me right, I'm cool.
Yeah. But I guess in that situation, though, if that actually went somewhere and let's say you didn't have the means to have like a nurse around and you guys were
that is expensive.
That's expensive, though. Yeah.
No, but it's but you also have to think about that. Like if you're going to be in a relationship with someone and it's going to be a committed relationship, eventually you're going to move in together.
That's true.
Eventually that burden might fall on you where you're going to have to think about doing that. So, I mean, I think I struggled with it a little bit because in a way it seems superficial, but there are a lot of implications that if it actually were to become serious or if you thought this was someone that you wanted to be a little bit more serious with, I think it is something to disclose up front instead of being, surprise, like...
I understand because it's like right now I'm saying like, I'm cool with, you look good, you treat me right kind of thing, but I never know. I didn't have a thing like on a prior episode I mentioned that this woman had like long stringy like under armpits thing. I didn't think I had a thing with that, but it was only while I was in that moment that I said fuck all that, right?
Yeah.
So
well, that's more about presentation,
right?
And I mean, we just talked about that with guys just being like, hey,
of
just
course.
own what you look like.
Right.
If you're hesitant about it, then that means either you should post pictures of what you actually look like or do something about it.
Right.
Like, it's all in your hands.
Right.
It's not in the other person's hands. And I think that's like the complicated piece about it is that you have to put your true self out there in order for you to actually get the type of people that you want. And by you choosing to like use old photos or not mention certain things about your life, that you're adding that additional layer of complexity because then the other person has different expectations.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
and trust is like, why? Then it's like all these whys. Like, why did you admit that?
Right.
Where are you going to tell me? Like, there's a lot of layers. And then also, it's a domino effect. By you putting your true self out, you're more confident. Confidence is sexy. There's like, it'll just ripple into like
a lot of different things, aspects in like
it's better for both parties.
A budding relationship. I understand.
So that's I think the point is really like just be truthful and just be open, direct, and it's like cut the games. Like,
right,
don't do that shit.
All right. Well, guys, let us know what you think about what we said. If you think that you shouldn't be untruthful, let us know. We do entertain trolls in this bitch. So yeah.
And if you want to visit us, come to our website, NoFreeDrinks.com. Contact us form is on that site. You can also follow us on social media, Twitter and Facebook, NoFreeDrinks, Instagram _NoFreeDrinks. And don't forget to subscribe to our podcast. It was great to have you with us today and can't wait till the next time.
Thank you, guys.
All right, peace out.